Over the last few days, there has been a lot of talk about racism and what it is, and certainly a lot of conversation surrounding the assassination of Charlie Kirk and claims of Charlie Kirk being a racist and a white supremacist. I'm not going to get into that particular aspect of it too much in this video, even though that is a significant conversation that could be had. The point that I want to address here and that I want to highlight here is the idea of racism and what racism actually is, and doing that from a biblical and theological perspective. Obviously, because I'm a Christian, I'm going to view everything through the lens of Christianity and theology. And so, just happens that in this particular case, there really isn't a conflict between theology and science and what they say about racism. Racism, or the idea of races in and of themselves, is not a scientific, doesn't have solid scientific grounding, and races and racism is a social construct. It has no real basis in science or biology. We are all, by definition, whether we are white, black, Hispanic, or whatever, we are all one race. We are all a part of the human race. We are all the same race. And so racism is an attempt to classify, categorize, and divide people. There is no such thing as separate races. We are all the same race. And in fact, technically, we're all shades of the exact same color. There are no truly white people or black people. Everyone is some shade of brown. And so we are all created in the image of God. The Bible tells us that God hath made of one blood all nations of men to dwell upon the face of the earth. The Bible also teaches us that we are all descendants of Adam and Eve, that we are all children of our original parents, created by God and in His image. So whether a person is black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever it is that we may classify people as in terms of nationalities or ethnicities, the reality is that we are all one race. We are all the human race. And the reason why we know that's true is that God has created everything to reproduce after its own kind. And so whether it's someone is light brown like myself or dark brown like other humans that originate from different continents and different places in the world, we are all the same kind. And the reason why I know that is because every single human, a male and a female, can reproduce regardless of what shade of brown they are, what nationality they are. They can reproduce children. And so we are all the same kind. We are not different races. We are all the same race, the human race. And we are all created in the image of God. We are all divine image bearers, and we are all inherently equal in our value and equal in our humanity. And brothers and sisters, the idea of seeking to divide people up into races does just that. It causes and creates division. And as Martin Luther King Jr. would say, and so famous for saying, that we do not and should not judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We all possess absolute dignity as divine image bearers, and we are all the same race. We are all the human race, and we are all created in the image of God. And so anytime a travesty or harm is done from one human to another, regardless of what shade of brown the perpetrator is and what shade of brown the victim is, it is a crime against the image of God. It's one image bearer perpetrating harm and perpetrating harm and a crime against another image bearer, and that is an attack on God himself, because we are created in his image. So I wish the world could see these issues through a truly theological and biblical lens, understanding that regardless of who you are not superior in any way to another human. And regardless of who you are not inferior in any way to another human. We all possess equal value, equal worth before our Creator. And we ought to love one another, knowing that we are created in the image of God, and that every human is our brother and our sister. Have a great day.